Hello, and welcome back to my desk. Today we'll be talking about October favorites. I'm so excited. There's so many great things that I have been loving this month. First of all, I cannot even understand how is the end of October. Because at first I was thinking, oh, maybe I could wait for this video for the following week. But Ernice, that will not be October. Because November starts, I believe, Saturday next week. I could be wrong, or Friday, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, I post on Mondays. So this is the last Monday of October when I'll be posting. So there you are. So again, I'm super excited for the items that I want to talk about. They're very near and dear to my heart. I first want to talk about Kakimori. Now, if you've been following me, you've been seeing me post a lot of swatch heavy type things. Let's move some of these items. I've been posting a lot of swatch heavy things, and I've been using my Kakimori dip pens. To say that I love these pens is an understatement. I love them, me personally. I think that they're worth the price tag. Let's start over. I think they're worth the price tag. Now, with Kakimori, when you're purchasing the dip pen, you do need to know that when you purchase them, the nib and the holder are different prices. They don't come like this. But the great thing about that is you don't have to buy the holder from Kakimori. You can buy the holder from other brands. Other brands make them. Kaweco makes a holder for the nib. Well, not necessarily for the nib, but they also make something that can hold the nib. And I absolutely adore the combination of the Kakimori. Like, I feel like they make very great options for materials. Like, this is more heavier, more weighty. So you have that feel, like why some people really love like more expensive fountain pens, because they have like more of a weight to them. That is I believe this is steel, but their metal their metal holders are really good. This comes in gold as well. And the nibs come in the regular steel color as well. But this was limited edition. Y'all know how I feel about limited edition things. So this combo was limited edition. I have left these in water overnight and like nothing. So I really feel that you get what you pay for with these. They're amazing. One is dirty, so sorry. But we're working over here. We've been doing Pentober over on TikTok, and I know how some of you feel about me posting only on TikTok. So all of my Pentober posts are also on Shorts here on YouTube. If you want to find that, you just click on my name. It'll show you tabs for my channel. It'll show you video, and right next to video, it will say Shorts. And those are all of the TikToks that I have reposted for Shorts. So there you are, just in case you want to check out some of my favorite pens as well as some of my favorite inks. And up next, we'll get to this in a moment. Up next is the Kakimori Frost, and this is in the moss color. This is Kakimori's fountain pen. And I adore, let's see if we can I really, really love, is it in focus? Okay, it doesn't want to act right, but trust me, it's a great pen. I absolutely love this pen. It's so smooth. OMG. And I just realized, because I saw another young lady post about this pen. Well, she bought it in a purple because they have this beautiful purple color. And she was saying how using the same mechanism, you can buy the ballpoint for this pen as well, and you would use the same mechanism. So the only thing you would have to switch out would be the nib, and she showed how you could do that. So definitely gonna get a ballpoint, because y'all know I love a good ballpoint too. Of course my hand would get dirty, but y'all know I love a good ballpoint too. So I'm super excited. I think I'm just gonna get another, because it's a couple other colors that I want in this pen. I really, really, really love it. And look at that green. Y'all know how I feel about green. Ooh, she's really good. I just refuse to believe that this is going to be out of focus. But anyway, yes, we love this pen. She's yummy. Kakimori Frost. This is in the moss color. Okay, I feel like my covers are always in favorites. Y'all already know I love these covers by now. But I wanted to show you, in my faith journal, I have been really loving these stickers. I'll show the sticker book that is coming from, but I believe they're called the Ransom. It's called the Ransom sticker book. I could be totally wrong, but I have been using these for my headers because I write notes for midweek service as well as when I'm watching church. And let's show you previous. See, like I show for like Sunday service, but I wanted to switch it up. And I really like that I've been doing different things with my headers with these, because I do get bored doing the same thing. But I really, really love these stickers, and they're good. They're good quality. I didn't really lay these down well. That's why they're kind of lifting up, but I love these. So good. I love these stickers. As a matter of fact, I was looking for the sticker book today, and I was just like, wait, where did but I believe, let's be honest, I don't know where that sticker book is right now, because we just had some construction at home and I had to move things, and when you move things out of its spot, it gets pretty interesting. So yes, so in the same tune as my faith planner, we purchased an illustrated Bible now, or illustrating Bible. Now, I didn't take this off. You probably say, how is it your favorite? You haven't used it yet. I have used it, but I told myself I would not take this off until I created the video for it. I have to kind of fake myself out, because it would go into the abyss of videos that I haven't created yet, and we don't want to do that. So I have to give myself parameters. So once we completed this video, then I was going to go ahead and take this off and really be inside of this Bible. But as you saw, I'm not sure if you saw that already, but this is for Psalms and Proverbs. Now, I have this full Bible. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my camera. I have this full Bible, and it is very chunky. It's very big, because it does give you space to write in the margins and alongside. So I really love that about the Bible. But I bought this Bible after the full Bible came out. I believe it's called a Dayspring, but I believe it's Illustrated Faith that makes these Bibles. But anywho, it's a collaboration. And I know that after the full Bible came out, they came out with these different books. Like, I believe there's another one that's black. I forget what books in the Bible those are, but They came out with the Psalms and Proverbs, and honestly, when this first came out, I wanted it because the color was super cute. The color was super cute. Now, the one that I have, my full Bible is green, of course, because green is my favorite color. So I have the full Bible, which once we're done here, we're gonna go ahead and switch into the full Bible because I do want to eventually read the full Bible. So the reason I wanted to start reading the Bible is because it was a young lady on TikTok that she was saying that your finances are directly connected to your relationship with your parents, right? And she mentioned some things about Proverbs, and I said, how interesting. Like, when people say things, they get you in the hook. And I'm like, okay, I need to read more on that. And she was saying how her mentor, she was talking to her mentor, and she was telling him how she was struggling financially. And he said, oh, you need to read Proverbs. And she was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, if you're struggling financially, you need to read Proverbs. So I'm like, So just those little bits of information, I was like, you know what? Gave me a reason to buy the pretty covered Bible. Because, of course, I already have the green. And when I saw, because I follow Illustrated Faith on Instagram, so I've seen the different color variations that came out after they came out with the full Bible. And I was just like, ooh, I want that. So basically, it gave me a reason to buy this Bible. Well, this part of the Bible. So, not to go deep into what I'm doing here, but if you want a video about how I note take and journal in my Bible, let me know and I'll make a dedicated video for that. But basically, I broke it down into 3 colors, which are these 3 mile liner colors, which the gray is what or who we're talking about. The brown is sections that I don't understand. Hello. And the green are sections that really just stood out to me or that I really like. So I have really been enjoying, I'll show you some breakdowns. Now there are some pages that I did not write on only because I fully understood what they were talking about, and even when I don't write, I still highlight. But we got through all of Psalms, and we got all through Proverbs, and now I'm currently reading Psalms. Psalms is gonna take a minute. Hello. But I really have really been enjoying reading this. Because me and Jesus, we real close. But that is one of my favorites. Let me see if I can show you some of Psalms. Yeah. So again, if you would like a dedicated video, let me know. If I don't knock my camera over. Okay. This is my favorites. And these are just mouth liners that I got from Amazon. It was a pack. It came with other colors. But speaking of other colors, I'll get to my next favorite. This neutral set I got off of Amazon, and I will link it below. Now, she has been all over TikTok. I cannot take credit. All of the junk journaling girlies have been showing their Lazy Susan with their markers, putting all their markers in this one space, and it is genius, okay? Because I had so many packs of markers all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but in their own little separate cubbies and everything. But then if I want a certain color, I don't necessarily need a certain brand. So why not have them all in one place? So this has been my hyperfixation whenever I'm journaling or anything. It's just so refreshing to have all the colors at the ready. Now, I do have these markers that don't have a particular color, but I'm thinking I'm gonna create some sort of system with those, so I'm not worried about that. But for the most part, most of my markers have their colors on the lid, so, or on the cap. And I just love these. I love having everything in one place. And of course, as you see, I like spinning them. Hopefully it's not making you dizzy. But anywho, this Lazy Susan. Now this one, I believe I purchased from the dollar spot at Target, but Target does carry another one that's bigger and a smaller one. I'll link some options for you below, but you need it. You're asking yourself, do you need it? And you do. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so last but not least, my favorite Twsbi of October would have to be the Serpentine. Or is it Serpentine? Anywho, this, and mind you, I bought her in a fine, and I was thinking I was gonna regret it, but it's actually no regrets at all. I adore this pen. And Twsbi does run kind of bold, just in general, but when I say I love this pen, I gagged when I first got it and I saw the variant that I got, because every pen has its own marbling, and it's such a great pen. I never really fill up my Twsbis all the way because I use so many of them throughout the month. Or in general, I reach and grab these more than any other fountain pen that I have. So, and two, I get tired of the same color, and I do use different colors. My greens most likely have greens in them. Like, this is the most I've ever filled my Twsbi up. But I've really been enjoying. Now, let's talk really quick, because Twsbi's Ecos, last time I checked, they ran like in the $50 mark. But I have been seeing a seller on TikTok shop selling it for 37, I want to say. I don't know, I may have to see what they're talking about. Because see, you know I am no good when I start clearing my throat. But there are quite a few Twsbis, like regular Twsbis, that I really want in my collection. Like, I want the white. I want the smoke. That, like, it's black, but it's like see-through, kind of like the glow-in-the-dark one that I have here. So same deal, but it's black and it's see-through. I also want, well, I have quite a few. I have a low-key list of Twsbis that I want to add to my collection, but I'm trying to be mindful, because for those that don't know, I told myself when I stepped into the fountain pen game, I would stick to a color scheme just to help me from not ODing and spending unnecessary money. How about we just stick from the beginning? Because I've seen girlies that go ballistic on the fountain pens and then they end up selling them, and you know, because they weren't really in their color scheme. So we're starting with the color scheme first. Now, mind you, for the lower end, more inexpensive pens, I feel like, yeah, okay. If you buy a couple that are not in the color scheme, I think you're fine. Because I do have some pink Kavekos that pink is nowhere in the color scheme. But she's also $20. So, you know, we have some room to groove. Now, when you're talking about pens, I feel like when you're talking about anything over like $100, even 50 for me, like over 50, it's like, okay, calm down. Because 50 can add up and get real interesting. But I am sticking with a color scheme. So I just want to make sure that I'm buying things that, one, I don't have to, I don't do the resale game. Like some girls have the, they gather their things and then they resell it. I don't know. I just really don't know if I have the time or the energy to really do that, because I feel like you have to have a system to do that. And I usually am very picky with the things that I do buy. So by the time I buy them, there's something that I really, really want. But I totally get having buyer's remorse for things that are pricey. You know, you do want to sell those. So anywho, I have been loving that Serpentine. Oh, she's good. But I love Twsbi in general. I don't have all the nibs. I have a broad, which is my cream. I have mediums. I have fine. This is a medium. This is a medium. And this is a medium too. I have mostly mediums. I have a broad and I have a fine. But I do want to get a stub. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know. But I want it. Anywho, I think I'm going to get my white in a stub. But we'll see. Because I have quite a few. Like I said, I have quite a few Twsbis that I want in my collection. And I'm really excited to see what my full drawer of Twsbis would look like. There is a Diamond 580. There's another Diamond 580 that I want. When I show you how bad she is, baby. Okay, that was dramatic. But she is... she's going to turn heads. I'm just saying. Now, I don't want you to say that I'm influencing you to purchase pens. I'm just saying. You might need them in your collection. I mean, they're cost effective. Okay, it needs to calm down, because I was just about to sell y'all some pens. But although, if you follow me, I feel like you already have Twsbis, or they're already on your wish list. I mean, they should be. They're amazing. They hold a lot of ink. And I feel like they're fairly inexpensive. They won't break the bank. Here I go into selling again. I'm so sorry. Please, no threats in the DMs. And keep it cute. Keep it cute in the comments. But we are done. That's my favorites for the month. I really had fun dabbling into my things. I feel like I'm starting to store my items to where I'm getting to everything now. I still have a couple more boxes to ship out of items that no longer serve me. And that's it. I have most of my items, especially my writing tools, on display, and my inserts and my planners. I have to be better with showing you guys my planner items, because I feel like my journaling items get all the play. But I do love Hobonichi for journaling. But I also have a lot of cloth and paper in my collection, and I journal in Hobonichi, but I plan with cloth and paper. So I just have to be better with showing you guys those spreads. It's just, with planning, it's a little bit more personal. What I'm writing is a bit more personal. So I just, I may just have to create some like mock spreads to show you how I'm planning, but I'm definitely planning over here as well. And yeah, next month we are going to have a full month of, I don't want to, like, I want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you. So next month is going to be a full month full of jam-packed things that I'm doing for 2026. The breakdown of my Hobonichis, the breakdowns of my planners, and everything. I may do planners closer to December, but I'm not sure. Some people want planner stuff also in November, so they know what to buy for Black Friday. Are we doing Black Friday? You know, they're talking about Red Friday now. Like, people are not shopping for the holidays this year. So they're calling it Red Friday. Is anybody here doing Red Friday? I want to know. I mean, for me, I don't really have like a huge list because I buy so much throughout the year. Don't judge me. Say you're not judging me. Because I think if you follow me, you have also too been shopping throughout the year. So I really don't go crazy for Black Friday. Even when I do Black Friday, it's very low key. It's not anything too crazy, but I don't judge the people who do. You know, you have kids, you have your traditions on things. A lot of people wait until Black Friday to really get the bulk of what they're planning with. And I totally get that too. But let me know. This was really cute. I tried to keep it really short this time. Well, I usually always try to keep it short because I know my videos can get kind of lengthy sometimes. But for the most part, I feel like we got everything in. We kept it short and sweet. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, whichever one you feel in your spirit. And I will see you here next week. Have a good one. Bye.